A very good day to our Mr. Afizi. So our group will present our project is Social Networking UniMy website. So our group member got Chu Jianfeng, Cho Monsu, Liu William, Abdul Mohaimin, and Vaishli.
So I'll be presenting about the project background. So the objective of this website is to help the university increase social interactions between students and lecturers. It is in return, we also build a relationship and strengthen the bond between student and lecturers in UniMy. This website also intend to provide private channel for students and lecturers to share information and prevent information disclosure to public, because there is a platform for the student and the lecturer to share and exchange information. Management can be done by using this website, like data sharing, event announcement, activity, and so on. This is like UMS, but with enhanced features for the lecturer and the student. And also, extra feature of this website is this website allows students to sell food online to other students. Yeah, so it will benefit both parties. Yeah.
Okay, the project problem statement is the students not having a student's or lecturer's number and wanting to reach a person is an issue. Besides that, going all the way up from ground floor for food and not having much choices has been an issue to UniMy students. UniMy's social networking website is specially designed for UniMy students to overcome these problems. Using conventional methods, students must go all the way up to 7th floor where the pantry is located and the food choices are limited. That caused the students to go in search of food out of UniMy. Therefore, UniMy's social networking website is developed to help UniMy students to find, purchase, and get their food without having to walk up and down. It is overall designed to facilitate students, lecturers, and management's day-to-day experience. Next. Okay, the project aim is that UniMy social networking website is a cross-platform system designed in hope to ease the process of purchasing food in the university and offer students with much more variety of food choices that students, including lecturers, can choose from. Besides that, it should also aid students in communicating with other UniMy friends as well as lecturers. That way, students will be able to discuss about their coursework among one another and the lecturers. This website is designed with the aim of elevating students' burdens as well as creating a private space for university students and staff. Next. Next, I'm going to be talking about the project objective. The first objective is to computerize the food ordering system process so that the orders do not have to be taken manually. Besides that, it is to display details of sales and purchase history so that the students and the admin will have records of the items being bought and can view it anytime. The website is also designed to calculate the price of order. Manual calculations may lead to error, thus it will be better and much accurate using the system. Other than that, it is to make it easier to find, choose and get food as there will be varieties to choose from and it's within the university. Lastly, it is to make it easier for students to communicate among one another and the lecturers. Next.
So next is the project justification. So for the public, social media can cause problem due to private information disclosure to public, because as we know that the public platform is not that secure because the data is not owned by our university. So we believe that it could be a problem for our university. And also the private social website can be the solution for prevent information leak because the data is controlled by our IT department and it is safety that we own our data by ourselves. So in here, the UniMy social networking website can allow management to share information and is protected by the security of UniMy. And also in this website, we can believe that the relationship between lecturer and student can be established because the interaction between lecturer and student can be in for this website. And it also can improve student experience, which they can always get the new update of event of UniMy so that they can get the new announcement in this website. And information sharing can be managed by the UniMy IT department, which can be safety and more secure.
So next is project scope. So our scope is to create a private social networking website, which is only for our UniMy student and staff. So require student and staff use the private account they provide by UniMy with a compatible browser, which is Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Opera, Microsoft, and so on. To have a private space for students and staff to share university information like what infrastructure need to improve student study and what problem that UniMy have to solve, and the fast response between student and staff. Next.
The project methodology used in this is the prototyping model. This model is suitable for this project because it takes into account the user's feedback early, and due to time constraints, as this project is need a very short time to do. For the requirement gathering, the interview sessions will be conducted in person, face-to-face, or through surveys. During the implementation process, the project's design and prototype will be reviewed every week. It will be designed, then build the prototype, get the customer relation, and if it's not good enough, they'll redesign it again. This project is a scripting-based project. It uses PHP for the backend, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript for the front end, and jQuery JavaScript as the library. Next.
So next is the project deliverable. So first of all, we need to prepare the project proposal, which is the submission date is on June 5th, 2020. And for this, we need to get the approved proposal from our lecturer, which is Dr. Afizi. And second is the first prototype, which is require us to do the software requirement specification. And we need to be done on 8 June 2020, which is our SRS first version. And second, we need to complete the software design document, which need to be submitted on 22 June 2020, which is our STD first version. And third list is the test readiness review, which the short form is TRR, and we need to be submitted at 6 July 2020, and it's our first version of TRR. And continue is the second prototype. The second prototype, we need to enhance again the requirement, the specification, which is the software requirement specification, and need to be submitted on 15 June 2020. And it will be recorded as SRS version 2. And second, we also need to do the software design document, which is need to follow the design output that provide to us to complete the project, and need to be submitted on 29 June 2020, which called as STD version 2. And third list is the test readiness review, and need to be submitted on 13 July 2020, and which called as TRR version 2. And lastly is our project presentation, which we need to be do the presentation on 10 August 2020 to present all the SRS, STD, and TRR. And next, we move to the project plan. So in our project plan, the milestone is to complete the project requirement. For example, the all requirements for UniMy social network must be complete based on the design and need to be complete before 13 June 2020. And after that, complete project design, the requirement project design for the website to work and its functionality, we need to complete also on 13 June 2020. And the coding also, we need to require complete resultant in software prototype, which need to be complete on 13 June 2020. And the testing, project testing and debugging, which all functionality of the website is tested and all identified error corrected and need to be done before 20 June 2020. And we move on next, which is our Gantt chart that on 14 week of our project. So first we come with the project proposal, which we need to be complete before week week 4, and the requirement gathering we start from week 1 until week 12, and the research and analysis list of requirement we need to complete before week 6, and the prototype basically we start from week 1 until week 14, and the analysis and design we start on week 6 and week 8, implementation we start with week 7 to week 9, and testing we start on week 10 to week 11, and the evaluation we will evaluation the website whether it function properly or not. We start on week 8 until week 11. And lastly is the deployment is on week 12 until week 14. Next.
So next is our project constraint and assumption. So constraint, we got project funding source are limited and with no contingency. Due to the nature of law enforcement, resource availability is inconsistent. Making sure the project will follow according the project plan schedule and does not exceed the deadline. So our assumption of our project is students are willing to change using WhatsApp to UniMy social networking. So for our UniMy now is using WhatsApp is more than our UMS website. So hopefully all students were willing to change using WhatsApp to our UniMy social networking. So staff and management can announce the latest news using this website also. Whole UniMy staff are all students ensure the existence of a technological infrastructure that can support the new website. Next.
The project resources used in this are the software, which is programming languages for HTML, CSS, and PHP. The required library is jQuery, JavaScript, and other tools such as Windows Command Prompt and web browser. The hardware used is a personal computer with Windows installed. Next.
So for the conclusion, UniMy social networking will be a website based on food ordering, delivery, chatting to ensure a less error-prone food ordering chain by using a server access to keep data update instantly. So UniMy social networking is the solution for prevent information disclosure to public. Security and management can be implemented on the website also, and the relationship between student and lecturer can be maintained through this website. Student and lecturer can have a private channel for communications. Next. So for the project reference, so we are taking for this four as our reference lah. So that's all for our presentation. Thank you very much.